In this video, we're going to talk about Nkla, trading under the ticker symbol NKLA. Before today's video begins, if you like my stock analysis videos, please check out my channel for more analysis videos on other companies that you may be interested in. Now, recently, Nkla stock has been going through a lot of volatility that resulted in its stock price going lower. From a price that hovered around $13 to $14 and higher during the past few trading days, it is now around 10. This sudden price movement came about after some recent news regarding its founder Trevor Milton's legal issues and the supply chain issues that are affecting the EV market as a whole. The new CEO is currently battling on many fronts, and there are, to be honest, many holes that need to be plugged simultaneously to avoid the ship from sinking. The stock has been under a lot of selling pressure since 2020, and let's be honest, ever since the Hindenburg report came out, the company reacted very poorly, and that resulted in a massive haircut in investors' trust in a company's governance and integrity. That kind of behavior is still affecting the capacity of the company to operate and its reputation. Essentially, the stock has been peaking lower every time from 2020 to nowadays, and sometimes it even makes people wonder if the recovery since late April is just another one of those short squeezes that don't reverse the trend, just merely pausing it. Because, indeed, if we look at the stock price evolution since the last 3 months, the price increased from $9.50 on April 21st to a peak of $18.75 on June 28th, before tumbling back down to almost 50%. So with all that being said, it's worth looking at the company from the fundamental perspective and technical perspectives in order to determine if 1. The company has a decent shot to succeed in the future, and 2. The stock price is low enough to justify a buy entry. So first of all, Nkla is a real company with actual manufacturing capacities. The scrutiny and regulatory obligations of a public company and a board with members coming from the same or similar industries that Nkla operates in. So on this regard, Nkla shouldn't be just pushed away because of this one scandal. Admittedly, it is a pretty big mess up. Everyone has been talking about it, but at some point the market has decided to just move on from this issue. In fact, it already has, if we look at Nkla's valuation. I mean, this is something that really surprised me, but for a company that has been going through so much of negative press over the past few months, and all that still managed to give Nkla a valuation of around $4 billion. I mean, just as a comparison, Hyliion, the company that we also cover on this channel, has a valuation of $1.6 billion. Sometimes it's indeed difficult to wrap our brain around those numbers, and especially that kind of difference between a company that has been treading water in the public opinions and another company that just doesn't have anything negative about it, or almost nothing about. This means that regardless of everything that happened, despite the fact that there are a lot of difficult moments in its past, present, and I would argue in its future, Nkla shouldn't be just wiped out of your watch list. The current stock price level around $10 should be really watched out for because it is the level where the stock should hold its ground, and there will be a real chance for the bottom to have been tested since April to be tested again, and maybe bounce back from. If the stock doesn't hold its ground between $9.50 and $10, then in that case, it should be just viewed as a continuation of ongoing bearish trend. My personal recommendation around this stock is to view it as a security within a riskier category than your typical blue chip stock or even your typical growth stock. But ultimately, the stock price moves up because people are willing to buy it, regardless of the reason behind it. This is why I would recommend to buy up to 3% of your portfolio over a period of a few weeks, possibly even more. Thank you for watching. If you like my content, please like, comment, and subscribe to my